on a flash available, so late game fights again for the LPL will be hard to move around against such a strong team fight and engage comp from the LMS. But when you're looking at
Ramp there, get yourself a quick acceleration gate. Taunt is in! Should be enough damage to take down 957. First Blood's gonna be going over to save with the last hit.
Don't let him play League of Legends.
A lot of action from Karza. I need to make something happen on my side. Flash is there. Is he gonna get the minions? Taunted onto Sword Art. Last few hits actually go to BB. Sword Art still in range. Uzi not gonna take the shot. A few more hits, and the resistance is given over from Mako as the W comes back down.
They want to fight here, Rip.
It looks like LPL Mako still wants to go in.
Lots of
Glacial
flashes.
Fisher could still be there. It might just be get out of this one. A 1v1 Bebe in the bot lane, and Uzi. The Solar Flare comes right in from Sword Art. They take that fight. The top side loses CA and MLXG, and the LMS close in immediately, knowing the ultimate's down on Uzi.
Karza on the other side of this here, they may try to dive for Mako.
Very slow. It's going to be Sword Art throwing down the W for a little bit more tankiness as Karza
Does
goes.
a lot of damage in return, and the LMS bottom lane actually lost that trade.
And there's Rammus.
Many attempts to get to the top side. 957 takes a pretty bad fight, but he can still get in for the damage. A good taunt from MLXG. Does 957 want to change forms to get in under the turret? It's going to be MLXG tanking first. A good flash from Dem, but he's going to be able to clean him up with the E.
That one is very important here for the LPL. They need to get this tower down here. Need to start getting some gold on the board. Bottom lane here, they gotta just make sure they don't get ganked by Kaza. They're playing safe.
Like you're hoping for something like that, but it's not even gonna land.
Sword Art, pretty damn tanky. Chain of Corruption
There's
goes
no
back.
Shen
MLXG, however, just on the side as he starts to teeter back and forth, seeing Karza. Karza enters the fray, and now they taunt in onto Mako. MLXG wants to taunt back, but says it's not worth his life, and they leave Mako to go down.
And I get it. 5. He'll be able to pick this one up and keep his teleport too, so he may be able to be influential in this upcoming part of the game.
MLXG now able to pretty much be all over the map.
Forcing these early skirmishes, and now Sword Art is unleashed.
Yeah, he did buy Moby Boots' very first item, and then he was...
Fofo very low on mana here. They might have to change the thought about the fight.
Well, a few seconds on that Shen ulti here.
Chain of Corruption onto MLXG. That's going to be Sword Art in, taking a lot of damage. And here comes Mako and the rest of the team. As Mako goes down, Sword Art is in. 957 will then fall as the soldiers are pushed forward. Fofo and the rest of the team.
Fofo take a bit of damage at first, kind of bait around the mid lane. Come on, guys, you can kill me in here. Just all 5 try. And then the moment the LPL...
Very scary Azir and a scary Shen, both the solo laners.
Time to outplay. This is all stars.
Throws down the Youngwoods, tries to be good, gets himself behind the turret to play a little back and forth, but they pin him up against.
They want to tower dive.
You gotta tower dive him.
Cataclysm, Jarvan Quattro going in onto CA. Daylight comes down, and with the sun in his eyes,
like a whole bunch of Lee Sins, be like, I'm gonna buy this, kick back, not die in the next fight.
Whoa!
Get a fight.
Here comes MLXG, doesn't get in. Sword Art taking a bunch of damage, but is he? It looks like he's healing under the pressure. LMS is absolutely crushing the LPL health bars right now as they make their way into the fight. 957 on the back.
Yes, up here.
Yeah.
For Fofo.
Into mid-horizon.
Well, Uzi right
Tense!
Yeah. I was going to say, interesting that LPL were allowed to walk in.
Oh, there it is. Intensity in 10 cities. It's going to be Mako going down first. Exhaust is still
able
up.
to do much of anything. I feel like we're in North America. It's Nene Jace coming out here. It's just the region itself.
I was actually going to say that, but I'm like, but no. There's a lot of things that can land in his face where he can't get out. Just take those last outer turrets and then look for a potential engage.
And then they can just push down as the LMS side and use this Baron, use the engage, and can potentially dive.
One thing that's helping him.
Poke them, but they have to be so afraid of the potential engage.
Who's in? They're going to go on to Mako first. They feel they can take him out. Glacial Fisher goes back as he stays alive. Karza's on the top, and we see Sword Art on the bottom. Ziv's going to enter the fray. Fofo and Baby are on the back line trying to deliver the damage in as they drop the tank in front. MLXG is down. Fancy dancing shoes for Baby on the back side as they are able to keep it. They're going to be on the top turret. A little extra damage to come through. Well, bam! And it looks like they'll be able to finish this one off. 957 doing what he can. Pretty close to being that hammer mode, though. Rest of the team, and 957 kind of covering that top side, staying safe so they can get back to the fountain. And LMS says, that's fine. We're getting what we want and then backing out. We don't want to fight you in the base. We'd rather fight you just outside.
And MLXG just takes so much damage. Doesn't have much MR here. Is mostly itemized towards armor and then has the Merc Treads. So when he starts running in, gets hit by the Azir, he's just completely chunked out. And MLXG,
Yeah, you're not really helping them. You're just
That's the kind of player you are, Deficio. 9-5-7, not long for this world. Great Zenith Blade coming out.
They just make sure it's one in here. Then another after a reset. Now a Baron. Do not throw.
From Mako. And they will put themselves now behind the inhibitor turret they can get safe from. Mid inhib goes down, and now it's just a matter of time.
And we can see how LMS are constantly like trying to find a flank. He probably needs to just flash taunt something, but at the moment there's QSS on Varus, there's Cleanse on Azir, so he can't really get the carries. And there's no other engage for him to use because the Ash Arrow has not been on point and they've been able to dodge them or again use Cleanse against it. There is no follow-up for MLXG. There's no Alistar to start a fight where he can join in after.
This is the Sonic the Hedgehog cosplay. You never actually get to do much. You just roll around, try to hit something.
Oh, it's on the Blitz guy.
Oh, they're going to bop him for his coins. MLXG gets himself to safety. He is going to stay alive. 40-30 on the clock, and it does not look like Ziv is going to be leaving the playpen on the top side of the base for a while. At least until he takes that Nexus turret down. Yeah. Look at me, I go fast.
That's the Ram's dream. He did.
But you know what? That was aggressive. That almost goes down. Locked the Iron Solari and a whole hell of a lot more to keep the tankiest member alive. Makes you wince a little bit as LMS starting to really tear the base to shreds here. They're looking at the Nexus turrets. One's already under half.
Got one!
You got his support!
Got Swordart. He seems to be the guy that has the global taunt initiation for him right now. Karsa's a little too far forward. Gets himself to safety. Pofo's on the tank, and he gets himself back into a spot where he can deliver the damage. In goes Fofo, pushes them back, but the Emperor's divide, and they divide them away from the fountain. There is no safety, there's no solace for the LPL right now, and the LMS will take game one in strong fashion.
The LPL got their 2 kills at about 5